industry giant and search engine bully, and this is another Hangout on Air as we discuss our contents of our book, Optimize This. And with me today, I have my co-author, co-conspirator, search engine bully, Rob Ansbach from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So, in this episode, we're going to be talking about how to optimize YouTube. And, you know, we're giving it its own specific chapter because, well, simply because YouTube is such a powerful tool as far as a powerful weapon in your SEO arsenal. We felt that it deserved its own chapter, for lack of better words. Um, YouTube is, one of those fun things that, when it came out in 2005, it was designed to allow people to share short video clips with one another. Nobody at that time knew it was going to grow to become such the monster that it is, and becoming the second largest search engine on the web. And that's actually one of the other big reasons why you would want to optimize YouTube, because up until now we've been focusing a lot on Google because Google is the 800-pound gorilla as far as search engines. But YouTube, which by the way is owned by Google, is the second largest search engine on the web. And I hear people tell me this all the time. If they need something, they go to Google. If they need to know how to do something, they go to YouTube. I have a client. He owns a used car dealership and, of course, has a service department. And anytime he does any work on vehicles, before he starts any work, he will look it up on YouTube. Even if he's done it hundreds of times up until now, he'll still go to YouTube because A, it's going to bring it top of mind for him, what needs to be done, and two, someone may have figured out a faster, easier, cheaper, better way to get something done. So that is why YouTube is such a huge, powerful weapon to add to your arsenal. But there's more to it than just putting a video up, isn't there, Rob?
Yes, there is, and I see that a lot of the videos that are out there now do very little to engage traffic to your site. They do very little to build your authority. And in fact, one of the subjects I actually put in my social media book, Share 27 Ways, is how to have your video not only stand out but give you that authority. And there's 4 elements to make a video very effective in convincing people to use you. It's make every video based on a question. So you pose a question, introduce yourself, answer the question, and tell people how to contact you. And you do it in about 2 or 3 minutes. And if you make every video an answer to a question, in a very short time, you can have hundreds of videos out there educating people on why they need your service. Very simple.
Absolutely. And when people tell me, well, what kind of questions do I answer? I said that's actually one of the easiest things to do because what I ask every client is when someone gives you a call on the phone or comes into your business, I'm sure they have a lot of questions you get frequently asked frequently. Besides, how much do you charge? In fact, I ask my clients, what questions do you get asked repeatedly? Because I'm sure they would love to be able to find a way to automate that process so they're not always answering the same question all the time. This is great content to put in your video. But at the same time, there's also questions I'm sure you wish your customers would ask you. The should ask questions instead of the frequently asked questions. And write them down. And if you do that, very easily you should be able to get about 10 to 20 questions in about 15 minutes that you
Hmm.
can then fill out and create 10 to 20 pieces of content for YouTube. But Rob, after you finish the video, what's next?
Well, besides uploading it to YouTube, it's always good to put some type of link on your video back to either your website, your fan page, another video, somewhere where it gets people to engage you further down the road. Either you transcribe that video and put that transcription as the description, or you put a summary description and let people know exactly what that video is about. One of the things that I would encourage anyone doing a video is to make the title of the video very similar to what you're talking about on the video, because that becomes the dominant keyword in the title. Um, Using keywords, Google is going to, or not Google, YouTube is going to suggest keywords based on your transcription or your summary. Use some of them, but also use some of your own keywords uh, down below, because that's going to actually help ranking that video to where you want it to go.
Okay.
Anything you want to add, Paul?
Well, there's a couple things too. You talk about the transcription. Videos themselves, the content in the video, the spoken word, isn't something that's going to be ranked as far as keywords, but the captioning on those videos,
Hmm.
because Google does offer closed captioning for the hearing impaired, and they will do a transcription of what you say on your video and try to accurately replicate what you said. It's really quite humorous when you actually read what their transcription service offers you. Uh, Actually, humorous is being kind. Actually, their transcription really sucks. Bottom line, it stinks. So it takes a while, but it is to your benefit to take that audio file, send it off to someone to transcribe that audio file, and then fix the closed captioning.
Hmm.
It does take a bit of time, but you're going to get a higher ranking on the search engines because of it.
Right.
The same thing with annotations. You know, you can now link to outside pages on the annotations throughout the video. You can put a call to action on that video where someone would click on that call to action and take them to your website. So don't be afraid to take advantage of some of the tools to optimize the video on YouTube. So, basically, in a nutshell, what I recommend and what have people follow is you start off by using a keyword based title, as you mentioned. Make it as close to the subject at hand as possible, and at the same time, make sure it has a keyword you want to optimize for. Uh, Link the video to the landing page that you're discussing in it. A good example is, when I was setting up a bunch of these videos for a local salon, and we had them just talking about what makes their facials they give their customers the best in the city. Um, I would link it to the facials page, not the home page. So if you can link the content of your video to a specific page on your website and do what we call deep linking, by all means, deep link it. Put keywords in the description, or actually use the transcript in the description, as Rob mentioned, and then put the link again back into the video where you want people to go. Fix and edit the captions on your video. But here's something I found, and I kind of stumbled on this, and that is if you put up a video page on your website where you actually share these videos that you put up on YouTube, two things happen. You can get the video itself on YouTube to rank, but then you can get that video page on your website to rank. And by doing that, you get two listings on the front page of Google instead of just the one. And it just squeezes people out. It turns you into a bully.
Hmm.
And then the final thing I would suggest is don't stop at one. I did a demo a couple years ago for a carpet cleaner in Flint, Michigan. One video is still on page one at the time of this recording. Second video we did, I have no idea where it is. Okay? One or two videos, it's hit or miss depending on how well you optimize it. But when you get 10 out there, or even 20 or 30 or 100, you become authority in your niche.
And I would like everyone following what we do here to look at various videos out there and see which ones are going to work for you, because everybody's style is a little different. And even though I'm telling you to make each video a question and answer, it's your personality that's going to come out. Now, one of my clients is a medical malpractice attorney in New York. He now has 1,500 videos on various cases, on various questions that people ask. And sometimes what he'll do is he'll change the question so it's very similar to one he just did, but it's just the way he redoes it. Now it creates a whole different scenario. And it's all these videos that help him not only get cases, but make him the authority in New York. And he's top of mind on Google, on YouTube. People are finding him, and they just love his videos. He doesn't have to do any other type of advertising whatsoever. So these videos are very powerful in ranking not only your website, but making you the authority.
Absolutely. And I mean, hey, one of the best case studies ever would be the story of Gary Vaynerchuk. Um,
Hmm.
he's a social media consultant who just finished writing a book not too long ago called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And it's about social media marketing. But his start with YouTube was trying to save his family's wine store business. And he wanted to increase sales of bottles of wine. So what did he do? Is he had a weekly TV show that he published and syndicated on YouTube.
Hmm.
He was educating people about the different types of wines, where you would serve it, how you would serve it, and his original videos were really crude, and of course, as he got better at it, they got a little bit more slick and a lot more professional looking. And that's the key thing here: is people are not looking for actors; they're looking for you. They want a real person they do business with. An actor is going to be perfect. You and I, we're human. We're fallible. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to stumble. We're going to stutter. We're going to go, oh, wow. We're going to make mistakes like closing our eyes when we talk, like I'm doing right now. Uh, that's fine. Be yourself. Be authentic. Um, and create your celebrity with it. I have a client here in the city, he's a local HVAC contractor here in Winnipeg, and we've done about 50 videos that we've syndicated out on YouTube and published them on his website. And what's really interesting is that it's created some celebrity for him so that when he goes into a client's house, they go, hey, you're the guy on the video. He has instant credibility and authority inside that home. He's already established his expertise sharing what he knows on those videos. And because he's done that, he has a step up over anyone else that might be coming in to try to sell a furnace or air conditioner.
Hmm.
So, by all means, add YouTube video to your arsenal. But you know what? Don't just stop at YouTube. You know, Daily Motion and Vimeo are also two great video sharing sites to publish and syndicate your video on. And I've seen Daily Motion videos rank just as high, if not higher, than YouTube videos. And I've seen them rank one above the other, giving you one extra listing on that front page of Google. So, yes, YouTube is great. Use it. Absolutely. It's one of Google's babies, and Google loves their children more than anybody else. But don't be afraid to syndicate it elsewhere. Anything else to close it off with, Rob?
No. And this may be a caveat, is that on social media, especially Facebook, on your smartphone, they actually have a system, at least on my iPhone, maybe on Samsung's as well, where if you're in a Wi-Fi zone, the video will automatically start to play. But sometimes it doesn't play with sound. Well, that's great. If you want to annotate your videos and actually close caption them, now the words are appearing on all those videos that are playing on social media without sound. People can still follow the video. So, play your videos, or make sure that, yeah, in your mind, you're recording your videos for the people that want to read what's on the screen, but also want to listen. So you're capturing the client either way.
actually, that's a great tip. Goes back to what we said. Make sure you get a transcript of your video and fix the closed captioning. Because if it is playing captions on the this person's phone, and you use the crap that YouTube gives you for captions, it's not going to look good to you. So, hey, in our next video and final chapter in our book, we're going to discuss with you all the steps that we take um, to get you onto page one of Google. So make sure you stick around for that.